He went and ran toward the wax museum and tore off the instructor's head. Okay. The Hanging Man. One day, a man named Wildman Corby went to a fortune teller. The witch pulled up the Hanging Man card. Corby laughed. "You old hag, I'm making $150,005 for my next stunt." Sure enough, the morning paper said, Wildman Corby to leap Golden Bridge for $150,000. He jumped. Millions watched. He came up out of the water below. I did it. Well, Corby did more stunts, one after the other. He was alive. A reporter asked if he'd quit. $1 million is chicken feed. Next, I'm going to get $5 million from my next stunt. I'm going to be a human cannonball over Devil's Canyon. Corby whispered to himself, I can only die by hanging. Wildman Corby was in the cannon. At the fire. Boom! He was over the spot. He opened the chute and he went down. In the morning, on the obituary page, the clipping said, Corby hanged when his chute tangled in a tree. Want your fortune told? So after my poor teacher pulled me aside and asked me, could you please next time write something more normal? I said, okay. And I wrote The Ghostly Warrior. One day, in European times, an American tried the horn. He blew the horn, and instead of a snake coming out, a bomb blew up the man. A skeleton was in the basket and was shot and fell apart. He was put back together again, and he was put in a Nova Scotia museum. And when people came to see him, he murdered them. One day, a sword fell out of the Roman's hand and broke the glass case of the skeleton, and he got loose. He went into the streets. One thing was, he looked both ways and crossed the street. He went and ran toward the wax museum and tore off the instructor's head. He went to the wax chamber and he saw a wax dummy of him that was alive. And in brackets, and the skeleton who belonged to the Nova Scotia Museum's name is Barney, and the other skeleton is Frank. Barney saw a club in the hand of a Viking. He took it out of his hand. He hit Frank in the head, but he didn't come apart. His head came off, but he just put it back on. Frank said, "You cannot destroy me because I am made of wax." That gave Barney an idea. He got a torch and melted him. "I thought you said I couldn't kill you," he said Barney. "I got an idea." So he went to the police department and he asked if he could be a hero. "Why, yes," said the officer. So he bought himself a yellow coat, sunglasses, belt, and a medium-sized sword. Next, he went to the Hero Name Bureau, and he got a name of Skeleton Rex. He got a hat, a gun. Next thing he got was a star. And then he went to rent a house. And he made plans to get a job as an architect. He built himself a house, but he was still a hero, and he was so rich, he became a millionaire. And in brackets, he got married too. One day, he was robbed, so he put his hero costume on and went after the robbers. He said, "I will get out my sword." So the robbers got in their car. Skeleton pulled off 2 wheels of the car. The police arrived just then. "Okay, you can go home and rest now, Skeleton." "Thanks, Chief." The end. Thank you very much.